Hello everyone. I'm making a video on how to remove the cylinder locks out of these bags, which belong to a 2008 BMW GS Adventure. The reason I'm doing this is my dad and I swapped bikes, and I want to make the ignition key match the key to my boxes. So these are the boxes that belong on my old bike, and we now have to take the cylinders out and swap them so ignition and box keys will match. So we only need one key for both functions. So what I've done is I marked the boxes here so that we know which cylinder came out of which locking mechanism. I don't think it's necessary, but I did it just in case there is a difference, then I'll know exactly what it is. What I'm looking at here, it's kind of hard to get into, but you can see the mechanism there is pretty filthy and gross. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some WD-40 and I'm going to clean it up first. And then once I clean that up, we'll be able to see in there a little bit better. So let me do that and then I'll be right back with you. Okay folks, we're back. I cleaned it up. The reason I did that off camera is because it's hard for me to hold a flashlight and the video camera and do all this at the same time. So I basically just sprayed it down with WD-40 and cleaned it up. You can see it's a lot cleaner. And you can see this is the unlock position when it's like this, basically straight on. When it's rotated like this, that's the lock position, and that's what we want it in, is the lock position. Now once we've rotated it to the lock position, you're actually looking at, here's the front of that number 7 tumbler right there. When you rotate it, you're now looking at the back side here. I think it's the number 7 tumbler right there. That's the one we're going to depress. So I'm going to get a paper clip and gently push this thing in and hopefully be able to pull the cylinder out of this device. And when you do pull this out, by the way, you want to be really careful to pull it out gently and slowly so that you don't have tumblers thrown everywhere, because then you got to figure out what direction they go in and all that wonderful stuff. So this right here is what I'm going to push on. I'm going to try to set up the camera so I can show you what I'm doing. Okay, I got it all set up. What I'm going to do is take a paper clip here, and I'm going to depress this thing here, which is the back side, like I said, of that number 7 tumbler. That's what's holding this mechanism in. Took me a while to kind of figure that out on my own. So I'm just going to try to press that in gently enough to where I can push the back side of this thing out. Cylinder here. You can get that wafer to clear. There we go. Okay, I finally got it cleared, and I got the key in there still. Now remember, when you take this out, you want to be real careful to keep those tumblers in. So I'm trying to get my fingers in there so that I can hold it. Okay, so I'm holding them and gently pulling out slowly. Okay, and you can see it's coming out. So what was holding it in there is this guy right here. This is what we were depressing right here, was this guy, and that's what's holding it in to the housing here. So I'm on the back side pressing here just to depress it enough to where I can push it into the cylinder, which will release it from the housing here. So pull this guy out and very gently, there you go. This baby's out. So that's how you do it. Putting it back's just as easy. You just slide it in there. You want to be real careful so you don't drop these guys out of here, because the only thing holding this guy in here is gravity. So when you push these guys back in there, very gently do so you don't drop them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap some tape around this, some blue tape, and then I'm going to mark it with the same marking so that we know exactly where it came out of and what angle it came out of. And that's it. We're good to go. Thanks for watching.